By far, one of the biggest surprises back in April of 2019 over at Star Wars Celebration was the reveal of Palpatine's return for The Rise of Skywalker, and even being portrayed by Ian McDiarmid once more in the Skywalker saga by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the thing about the new Star Wars universe that Disney and Lucasfilm are developing is that they are developing a brand new expanded universe because Disney's CEO, Bob Chapek, really wants to introduce fans to a new era and or a new mythology, if you will, for the Star Wars franchise that we have never seen in Legends or in the current canon material by Disney. And that, to me, I think is something very exciting for the Star Wars fans to really embrace. One big complaint of The Rise of Skywalker that a lot of fans had was how Palpatine died, how he actually met his demise at the hands of his granddaughter at the very end of the movie on the world of Exegol, where he basically obliterates into nothing because of the Force lightning being pretty much rejected back at him. Now, the thing about Palpatine's death is that a lot of fans felt that Ben Solo should have been pretty much involved with that, and I too agree with that. But there's something really changing over at Lucasfilm because of Bob Chapek. A lot of new eras are being crafted, and it's all going to be modeled after the MCU, where all the stories are going to interconnect, and that they are actually going to be basing off a lot of stories for Star Wars Legends. Now, what's really intriguing about all of this is that now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are developing the new Star Wars universe and are moving past the Skywalker saga, after finishing, of course, The Rise of Skywalker, Disney has been very busy with their new expanded universe since the new Disney CEO, Bob Chapek, took over Disney and is making drastic changes over at Lucasfilm, where it's noted that currently Lucasfilm is developing a brand new era that takes place after Episode 9 that will focus on a new Jedi Order, and that Lucasfilm even has a plan to bring back Emperor Palpatine to life in the new Star Wars universe. It's explained that Lucasfilm is currently developing a story that actually will indeed bring back the character of Palpatine in the form of a spirit that will take over a new dark side warrior's body in an upcoming novel, and that Lucasfilm is also looking to doing this for the Rise of Skywalker sequel series that is said to be in animated form and aimed for a release in 2022 or 23. It's noted that Lucasfilm is actually currently wanting to use the original ideas by both George Lucas and J.J. Abrams of what they originally wanted to do for The Rise of Skywalker, and that Palpatine is said to make one last return in the new Star Wars universe that would parallel Palpatine's return in Star Wars Legends, which was 2 times apart from his death in Episode 6. It's said that the plan to bring Palpatine back as a spirit will fit into Palpatine wanting Rey to kill him, so that his spirit can become a part of her in The Rise of Skywalker. However, she did not strike him down in anger in Episode 9. It's said that the story will involve the return of Palpatine as a menacing spirit that will take over a Sith acolyte. So, this was of course an original idea that was actually going to be portrayed by Matt Smith in the actual movie, and now they want to do this in the Star Wars universe, in books, novels, comics, and in the Rise of Skywalker sequel series that is going to be in animated form in the near future. So, if you guys are not familiar with Star Wars Legends, this is nothing new, but this definitely does reflect on how many times Palpatine died in Star Wars Legends. Now, in Legends, we had Palpatine die twice, apart from his death on the second Death Star, of course. So the first death was in Dark Empire 1, where he's basically killed by his own Force storm, and he's defeated by the hands of Luke and Leia as Jedi. And then, at the very end of the Dark Empire series, he returns once more in a clone body, and that's where Palpatine's spirit essentially travels or attempts to travel into a Jedi who suddenly just dies and becomes a part of the netherworld of the Force, hence killing Palpatine's spirit. So Palpatine died twice after the actual death on the Death Star. So that's exactly what Disney wants to do. They want to model their own version of Palpatine in Star Wars Legends and his return. So in Star Wars Legends, alright, they had the clone of Palpatine, which is a thing now in Star Wars canon, that's actually a thing. And now they want to actually tap more so into the spirit of Sidious taking over a brand new body in this new Star Wars story. So to me, I find this to be very interesting, but at the same exact time, I think it is a little, I guess you could say, I don't know, a little too much to the point where they're kind of just bringing back a lot of characters that have died numerous times, and here we are with Palpatine coming back a third time. That's what they want to do. They want to have Palpatine return for one last time to actually confront Rey, and for Bob Chapek to actually give us a better death of Sidious. Now, I guess this is their way of kind of fixing aspects of Palpatine's death in a different era of Star Wars, and it's even hinted at in the novelization where Finn actually talks to Poe, or Poe talks to Finn. I'm paraphrasing, but Finn says, you know, oh, what if Palpatine returns, or if he comes back, and Poe says something around the lines of, we'll have to, you know, be prepared for that, or a greater evil. So, with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.